What is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? Sorry, I was just making sure everything was working. Welcome to Dylan Talks Tone, and welcome to another live unboxing of a guitar. If you are new to the channel, this is Dylan Talks Tone. We talk about guitar stuff. We had a video come out today. We've got another video coming out tomorrow, but I always bust in with a live stream when we have a new guitar come in. In fact, we're going to do this again tomorrow. I got another new guitar coming tomorrow as well. The reason I do these is because we want to keep everything legit. We want to see how this stuff comes out of the box. We don't want to have any YouTube shenanigans. We want it all to be super legit, and we want to understand what the quality of the instrument is, if there's any issues with it straight out of the box, those sorts of things. And so we're just going to unbox them live. That's why we do it. If you're not an unboxing person, I get it. Some people don't like unboxing stuff. We have a bunch of other videos that aren't this on our channel. You can check those out as well. Hello to everyone who has popped into the comments today. So here's what I'd like to do. I'm going to go ahead and unbox the guitar. We're going to look at it. And then I will stop before we do the play demo stuff, because we'll play through it and see what it sounds like and that sort of thing as well. And then I'll answer questions in between there. So this is the cheapest Fender Squier that you can buy that is not a mini guitar. These are $199. This is one of the Squier Sonic series, but it is not a mini. So you could actually get a Squier, so it's not the cheapest Squier, because you can get a mini for $189, but this is the cheapest full size. So let's go ahead and get this box opened. Today we're using, this is a new knife for me. This is the Montana Knife Company Speed Goat. This weighs like 1.6 ounces. It's really, really cool. It's a really neat knife. All right. Let's get this thing out of the box. So I did cut it out of the big box, but I didn't cut it out of the little box. All right. So this is the Sonic Series Squier Sonic Esquire in Olympic white with the maple neck. The reason I got that is because I actually sold this to somebody and it was easier to sell. I think Dangerous Dave bought this guitar from me. And it was easier, I knew it would be easier to get rid of a white one than a purple one. So I just thought it would be kind of fun, since we've got some of the higher end tellies around here, to play around with some of the cheaper tellies. And since this is a new series coming out, man, those fret ends are awesome. Wow. I fully expected to have like shark's teeth on the edge of this fretboard, but it is really, really good. Wow. All right. A little bit of neck relief there. It's got 9s on it. Remember, we're dealing with we're dealing with a $199 guitar here. So if the guitar functions, it's worth the money. You got to remember the audience for this guitar. This is for, if you got a niece or a nephew or a son or a daughter or a friend or a spouse or whatever, a significant other, doesn't matter who it is, and you want to turn them on to playing guitar, but you're not sure how interested they're going to be, this would be the way to go. Now, obviously, there are more than just this guitar available. There's a bunch of different series, Strats and Tellys and whatnot. It's got little frets on it, which makes sense because it's entry-level student-style guitar, kind of like the old Gibsons had baby frets on it, Yeah, designed and backed by Fender, crafted in Indonesia. I mean, it's a guitar. And it's the biggest thing was the frets. I was worried that the frets were just going to be like friggin' shark's teeth on the edges of the neck, and they are not. It's actually very good. Satin finish on there. The finish is pretty good. I don't see any real issues with it. Wow. So all you Squier Fender quality people can calm down. This is actually pretty dang good. All right, well now we got this far. Let's go ahead and answer a couple of questions if there are any. Let's see here. Yeah, I know somebody wanted the purple one, but that's why I did it. It only takes mini pots. You have to route for them. Yeah, it's cool. It's whatever. This is a entry-level guitar. If you are somebody who is a serious musician, this is probably not the guitar for you. This is something that you would buy as a gift. You would buy this for, you know, for somebody that's an up-and-comer that you want to inspire to play guitar. The question is the guitar good enough to even inspire playing, or is it just a piece of crap? I'm going to say it's definitely good enough. So, let's go ahead and tune this junk up. And let's tune this thing up and see what it does. Now this is the most boring part of the video because you have to sit here and watch me tune this thing. But then we're going to hear it. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. Because I have a plan already before we even get going. I have a plan to make this thing super, super cool. Definitely putting some Stringjoy strings on it. I just ordered more Stringjoy strings today. Tuners are cheap, but so far functional. That one's a little loose, but it's bearable. Tell you what, now that we've got string tension on it, let's look at this neck relief again. Make sure it's not some kind of wonky looking problem here. I'm just going to give these strings a little bit of a stretch here. Nines drive me crazy. I'm not a nines guy, so just give me 1 second. We'll check this tuning again. And let's just do a quick check of the intonation. It's probably not going to be perfect. Nope, a little flat. Actually, it's closer than I thought it was going to be. All right, let's check questions one more time, and then we'll play this thing through and listen to it. Let's see. Do you think the resurgence of the Esquire is just a way for Fender to save money by putting in one pickup? No, because humbuckers are more expensive anyway. No, this is fine. It's totally fine. I mean, single pickup guitars are cool. Everything is not to save money or to rip people off. That's a mentality that is not a reality. Okay. Let me throw some headphones on. I'm going to double check levels. I think they're okay, but let me just double check levels. And then I'm going to turn my microphone off and turn on your sounds. Well, I'm going to say that this dang thing is pretty cool. The pickup is much better than I thought it was going to be. It's very obviously a cheap ceramic magnet. And it's pretty flat with any kind of gain. It does that normal thing where everything just becomes not mush. It's better than mush, I would say. It's probably better than the Ibanez Geo pickups we played a couple weeks ago, but it could be a lot better, obviously. But I think that this is a guitar that you could buy for a student or even for yourself and plink around on and teach somebody and inspire somebody to play, and they would not hate it. I think this would be a very good guitar to start with for somebody for $200. I mean, come on, man. It's really good. It's really light. I don't see any problems with it at all. The strings are all over the place. So for our purposes of this kind of having this guitar and doing a couple of upgrades to it and making it really, really good, we're just going to do the same thing that we did to the last guitar that we had here, that Ibanez Geo. We're going to put new tuners on it because I think I've got one more set of quality tuners over there in the parts bin. I think they're Klusons. And then we're going to put one of our clear Super 8 humbuckers in this thing, and it is going to absolutely rip. And then we're going to put some real strings on it. And then it's going to be an awesome guitar. It already is. There is a link to it in the description. If you want one of these for your friend or your family or for yourself, I don't see a reason why you should not buy it. We will do a full review on it. I will go over it very, very closely, and we'll probably take apart the tuners and make sure, see what's going on there. I think they're fine. We just have, the strings are terrible is what it really is. And we'll talk about some other things with it too, but I think it's overall a very good guitar. Let's go ahead and see if there's any more questions. It definitely needs bumper stickers. You know what I mean? Somebody says it's a great punk rock guitar. I 100% agree. Have you tried Geiger guitars? I have not. You can't buy the maple and ash for $200. You are 100% correct. Stick a JB Bourne's mini pots and cut the nut and rock out. We're not putting Seymour Duncan to anything in this guitar. It's going to get Dylan pickups, obviously. There's a link to it in the description. If you want it, you can buy it down there. It does help out the channel. You'll have it in a couple of days. I do know they have them in stock. Let's see. Jet is better made than these. I don't care. Here's the thing. If you have a student or somebody that you're trying to inspire guitar, get them into something that is going to addict them to the hobby. Just because something is cheap doesn't make it better than. You have to remember the whole aspiring thing. Aspire to be something else. Like, you're not going to play this guitar forever. This is a very temporary instrument for a lot of people. Now, I always say, don't sell your first guitar. So if you give this someone, make sure that they keep it forever. However, it's not going to be their number one forever, probably. And so for the folks that are always like, well, there's this other cheap guitar that's better, that's because you collect cheap guitars. You are a unique person. And the norm for these is for an entry into the guitar hobby. And that's what this is for. And having something that is in the Fender family is powerful to help someone to aspire to go on to greater and better things in the future. So, body thickness, hang on. I don't know. It's thin. I don't know if it's thinner than a regular Tele though. I have a regular Tele right here. Yeah. It is a 1/4 inch thinner than a regular Tele. A 1/4 inch thinner than a regular Tele. Yeah, dude, $199. I mean, I think this thing is cool. Can P90 fit in that guitar? I would say our humbucker size P90 would drop right in, which would be cool. But, you know, I don't know. I think this is a neat thing. If you've been on the fence about trying one, just go get one. Even if you get one and the frets are a little sharp and you spend a half an hour messing around with fret ends, you know, this isn't a for the money thing. This is a $199 guitar. The fact that it functions and that it works and that it plays and that the setup is nice and that it's not all banged up right out of the box and that all the pots work, both the pots work and the pickup sounds halfway decent actually, and the tuners function for $199, there should be no comparing it to anything else. It stands on its own. It's a good guitar. Okay, and free online lessons. You know, you may laugh at this, but I will tell you that my wife made a purchase a couple weeks ago of an item. Maybe I'll tell you more about it on Patreon. And the reason it was more expensive than something else. But the reason she bought it is because it came with access to a community. And I will tell you that was more powerful than any of the gadgets that this thing came with. So you might, as an experienced player, turn your nose up or overlook this little sticker right here that says free online lessons. But when to a beginner player or to somebody that's new to the hobby, to be opened up to a community and to other things that draw them into the hobby, this can be very powerful. It has been in this other hobby that my wife is into. I'll tell you about it more on Patreon, but that me and my wife are into. It was very powerful for her to have access to that hobby, and she paid a little more for what she bought to get it. But it was worth it, and ever since then it's been worth it. So don't underestimate this red sticker right here. I know a lot of more experienced players will laugh at this, but I think it's very, very important. Community is very, very important, as you well know, as you follow the Dylan Talks Tone channel. So there you go. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. There is the live unboxing of the Squier Sonic Esquire. Stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button and the like button, because this thing's going to get hot rodded. And then we're going to send it to Ohio. We'll see you soon.